Well, we are tracking breaking news this morning. New overnight, bystanders helped pull a teenage boy trapped in a sinking car from the Spokane River. We're taking a live look at the scene this morning. It happened just after 11 p.m. near South Riverton Avenue and North Cook Street. Spokane police say the boy hit a parked car and then crashed into the water. Officers say witnesses ran down the embankment and jumped into the water, and they were joined by 3 officers, and together they were able to pull the boy from the submerged car. Medics stabilized the boy and took him to the hospital. Investigators say speed and intoxication did play a role in that crash, and officers will determine what charges to forward to juvenile court at a later time. Well, thanks so much for being with us this morning on Up with KREM. I'm Jen York. Here's a look at things to know this morning. Here are 3 stories for your Tuesday morning. Today, Washington begins phase 1 of reopening. However, Governor Jay Inslee's stay home, stay healthy order is in effect through the end of the month. However, some businesses can start to reopen with restrictions. Coming up in our next half hour, we'll have more on what can open under the phase 1 rules. Coeur d'Alene Ironman 70.3 is postponed. The event was set for June 28th and is now scheduled for September 6th. Event leaders say more information will be released to athletes at a later date. And Utah Senator Mitt Romney released a plan to give essential workers across the nation a pay raise during the pandemic. Senator Romney called it hazard pay. Workers making less than $50,000 per year would receive a bonus of up to $12 per hour during May, June, and July. And this morning, there is some concern coronavirus can cause some medical problems to get worse. Joshua Robinson is joining us now live in the studio. Joshua, tell us more about the research behind this.
Yeah, Jen, good morning. Doctors and hospital administrators are saying that they're worried that fears over the coronavirus are actually preventing patients from seeking medical aid that they need. They say that this is causing health problems to actually become more severe. One example comes out of Western Washington, where a patient reportedly broke her leg over the past month but never went into the emergency room. Doctors say that she waited so long before seeking medical attention that they eventually had to amputate her leg. Our sister station in Seattle spoke to healthcare administrators about getting medical care that is not related to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Should people feel safe still going to a hospital for help?
Absolutely. I understand the fear. However, people need to realize that all of healthcare has ramped up to be aware of detection and protection from the virus.
Now, the Washington State Hospital Association reports emergency room visits are actually down more than 30%. All right, it's 6:03 on the dot right now. Checking in with Evan Arani this morning. Good morning, bud. How's your Tuesday morning starting off?
So far, so good, Joshua. How are you?
Doing okay. I had to hesitate there because I was like, it's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's definitely Tuesday.
The days kind of blend together, especially right now when we're seeing a consistent weather pattern. Just today, another sunny day, which is nothing to be sad about for sure. It's a great day outside. At least temperatures a little bit warmer to start off the morning than where they were just yesterday. Yesterday, we're talking upper 20s and low 30s. Now we're starting off the day with mainly 40s in the forecast. 24-hour temperature change shows that most spots are about 10 degrees warmer than where they were yesterday. Spokane at 8 degrees warmer, Coeur d'Alene 12 degrees warmer, Moses Lake at 10 and Pullman at 15 degrees warmer than just 24 hours ago. On Future Tracker, we do stick to those dry skies for the rest of the day today, but look at that wave on the left-hand side of your screen over the Pacific that is just moving in our direction. That's definitely going to influence our region toward your morning tomorrow. So by the early morning hours, we're talking showers building across the eastern slopes of the Cascades, making their way through central Washington in a scattered format, and then kind of widespread off toward eastern Washington and North Idaho by about 8 and 9 a.m. tomorrow. Snow up towards some of those much higher elevations, but not in our lowland elevations, as we're just looking at it being a rain situation and mainly a showery situation. But the next 12 hours are sticking to those dry skies with partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s for today. Those temperatures get knocked down dramatically for tomorrow. We're talking mainly upper 50s and low 60s as their forecast highs for tomorrow. But today, 72 is that forecast high. We'll be dealing with mostly sunny skies as the sun goes down tonight. 8:09 p.m. is when that sunset occurs. I'll send things back over to you.
Thank you very much, Evan. Now we want to let you all at home know that across social media there are posts that have started going viral about a COVID-19 commemorative coin selling for $100. So who's actually selling these? Our Verify team flips this false claim upside down.
The Verify team is here to get the facts and dispel misinformation online, like these tweets that claim that the White House is selling commemorative coins for COVID-19, sparking outrage from many. So let's verify, is it the White House that's selling these coins? We tracked the coins down to this site, whitehousegiftshop.com. And that's our first clue. A government-run website would be .gov, not .com. Although it's no surprise that some are confused. With a seal in the corner, photos of the White House, and a similar color scheme, it looks a lot like the official White House page. The Verify team spoke with the CEO of the gift shop, Tony Giannini, via email. It turns out a variation of this shop has been around since 1946 and was once located in the White House basement. But Giannini confirmed that's not the case anymore. His company, Giannini Strategic LLC, took over operations in 2012. And it's clearly written right on their website, no government funds or resources are ever used in the operations of the shop. So we can verify, false. The White House is not selling COVID-19 commemorative coins. It's a private company. By the way, Giannini tells me they've already sold nearly 1,000 of those coins, netting about $100,000. He says he's gonna personally match every dollar, with all the money going to the CDC Foundation and the Johns Hopkins Kimmel Cancer Center. With your Verify, this is Evan Kozloff.
All right, 6:06 this morning, time to take a look at what's trending. Now, NFL teams continue to hold their meetings virtually, where there is always a threat that someone could hack in and crash the party. That actually happened to the Seattle Seahawks, but it was a pleasant surprise.
We have a guy that comes to us from the University of Miami. He was drafted by the Carolina Panthers. He's been playing tight end for years, been a long-time Pro Bowler. Really thrilled and happy to have him be part of what we're doing. And so I want to welcome in Greg Olson. Greg, could you come in and tell the fellas what you're all about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Coach, thanks so much. So excited to be here. So excited to be Seahawk. And, excited to play with you, Russ. Russ, I love you. I mean, I love you. I love the way you play.
Yeah, if you can't tell, that's Will Ferrell, who also, during the meeting, drew up some plays that he wanted the team to run.
Plays. So I'm going to be adding a lot to the playbook. This one I just drew up. It's called 90 Go Flywheel Kanye Starburst. So we're going to be.
I like it, Greg. I like it.
Okay, good. So let's get that into the playbook. Remember, no max protection. Don't stick me back there for max protection.
Talk to Solari.
I will not do it.
Now we have learned that Ferrell was able to work his way into the meeting through a connection with the team head coach, Pete Carroll. Will Ferrell is probably, guys, one of my favorite human beings just in the world. Jen, I don't know how we would be able to keep a show going if he crashed one of our Up with KREM meetings. What do you think?
Oh, I would be down for it. But his, football scenario that he throws out sounds like Evan and I playing football. The Kanye, Starburst, hot route play. Do that.
That's right. I had no idea what was going on that whole time.
It's typical Will Ferrell too. He's got such a great. He's such a huge sports fan. There was a few years ago that I think he spent the whole day playing for 15 different MLB teams throughout the whole day. He played every position during spring training. I love it. And I think, wouldn't you agree, Evan, that something like this is exactly what some of our pro sports teams need? I mean, they're paid athletes, but they're isolated too. They can't play, they can't practice, they can't interact with fans. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. We're all in the same boat right now. So, it's important that we all treat each other kindly and, save time for humor and all that kind of stuff. So I love it. I think it's hilarious. I mean, Will Ferrell is an icon in comedy. So just a funny guy. I love it.
So, Jen, you'd be down if Will Ferrell wanted to crash? If we did a Zoom show, you'd be down if Will Ferrell crashed our show and just ruined everything?
Oh, totally. He studied broadcast journalism. when he was at USC. He originally was going to be a sportscaster.
I did not know that. I knew he studied broadcasting, but I didn't know he was going for sports. So it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Love it.
Something new. Learn something new every day.
If anybody watching has a connection to Will Ferrell, we highly encourage you to let us know how to get him on up with KREM. We will all support it totally. We're going to take a live look outside in just a little bit to tell you more about what your Tuesday forecast includes, and that's some sunniness, some dryness, and more coming up ahead. Now, some families have not received their payments of the stimulus checks, but other checks are arriving to some of their dead relatives. We'll tell you how this is happening in the next 10 minutes. And in our next half hour, we're also going to show you how a father's pride for his frontline daughter battling coronavirus stretches from this Seattle firehouse to the Deep South.
And before we head to break, we want to share the story of retired teacher and naturalist Larry Wade. He's using his website to teach kids about nature during the pandemic. Take a look.
One of my activities is explore a rotten wall. Okay, now that sounds sort of boring, but they've got to feel it, smell it, what animals might live in this rotten wall. Basically, my goal: get outside, turn off your technology for a while, and start connecting back to nature.